Hello and welcome to the archived footage of the live stream. Now you're either lame and missed it, or you're back because you enjoyed it so much. I personally had a hell of a time. So the premise was me and Rorschach Redemption, aka Phil. He was the game master, he was reading an adventure book, and I had to roleplay the adventurer. And I vowed to get the best ending. If I didn't, he would suggest something that I would have to do. If I did, he has to do something that I suggest. Now, A++ rating is extremely hard to get. Do I get A++? Let's find out. I'm all good.
What a perfect day for tristle hunting, you think to yourself.
This is a perfect day for tristle hunting.
Pulling a woolen cap over your shaggy hair and holding a basket on your arm. Come on, Redfern, let's go, you call. just
Come on, Redfern, let's go.
Your pet bounds happily after you. Here's an illustration of you and Redfern. Can you see that? Look how happy you guys are.
For this, no.
Early. What's that?
No, I can't.
Oh well. An early frost has come and gone. The late afternoon air is crisp and clear, and the earth smells of fallen leaves. Leaving behind your home among the forest dwellers, you set out along the neglected road that leads to Shiverwood. Redfern? Really, you can't see that? You need to know what Redfern looks like. He looks like friggin' Jar Jar Binks.
Well, oh, there he is.
Yeah, look at that thing. That's
He's
your
my companion.
Yeah, it is Alf.
It looks like Charlie Sheen's face is melted from too much drugs. That's...
With extra long nose for that action. I have to start this music over. It killed my vibe. Redfern trots cheerfully at your side. Ruffling his yellow fur, you think back to the days before he came into your life. How long ago it seems. Always up before dawn, always cold. A forest dweller's life was hard then, and a tristler's job was hardest of all. I know you're all wondering what tristles are. Tristles! The rarest of delicacies. Strange, purple, fruity. They grow underground near oak tree roots, concealed from sight. They ripen only in the winter, so every winter, before Redfern came, you spent long days examining the roots of trees and poking through the frozen forest floor. Each spring, the Tristlers would make a long trek to the cave-dwelling gnomes who lived in the mountains at the edge of the forest.
Hi.
All right. Hi, Owen the Tristler. I'm just going to give you the quick background on Redfern. You found him. There doesn't seem to be any other creatures like him. And he can find these tristles like no other. You got that?
Wow, okay, yeah, okay. He's like my bloodhound then.
Yeah, and things are scarce in your town. Tristle supplies are running low.
Okay, I got it. I think.
Okay. All right, no other creature like Redfern. Well, I don't want to read those 18 pages of your boring little Tristler life. All right. It's not boring. You saw from your image that you and Redfern are tight. Real tight.
Oh yeah, we're bros.
Today is a day for tristling if there ever was one. With Redfern to guide you, you are eager to explore a secluded clearing you remember from your day in Shiverwood. Your fright with the bats... Oh, did I mention you were frightened by bats? Sorry, you're frightened by bats. It's long past. Don't worry about it.
I still have nightmares about that day, though.
Yeah, well, they were talking bats.
Of course.
A walk of several hours brings the two of you to the edge of the clearing. It was much larger than you remembered. Following Redfern's skillful nose, you discover a grassy track, rutted as though from cartwheels. Redfern trots ahead of you, his nose to the ground, and you hurry after him. The track winds and bumps, passing through the clearing and into an open field. In the distance, you catch sight of a wooden cart. It is trundling towards a curious gate in a huge moss-covered wall. The gate swings open. Just as you recognize the cart's cargo... Oh yeah, sorry. The gate swings open just as you recognize the cart's cargo. It is laden with fresh tristles. Redfern takes off after it. Redfern, wait, you call.
Redfern! Redford! Wait, you bastard!
But your cries are to no avail. Redfern, hot on the scent of the precious tristles, follows the cart beyond the wall, and the gate slams closed. Running to the gate, you shout, "Redford, come back!"
Redford, come back! Jesus Christ.
You're out of breath, though. I'm sorry.
Redford! Oh, Redford, come back, come on. I've got treats in my pocket.
You try the gate, but it is locked. All right, we're almost at the part where you get to make some choices, so don't worry.
Oh, thank goodness.
A dull bronze plaque peeks through the moss on the wall. Rubbing it clean with your sleeve, you read, "Master of Mazes." Oh, wait, I had a sound for that. Nah. Oh, too loud. Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. Master of Mazes. You settle down to wait for the cart to come out again. If Redfern has not returned by then, you will go in after him. You have little chance to wonder what lies beyond the gate, for you hear the hollow rumbling of an empty cart and flatten yourself against the wall, ready to spring. Ooh, that's quite bold of you. The gate swings open and the cart thunders through, drawn by a dappled horse. I had to look up dappled, just so you know. It means marked with spots or rounded patches.
I knew that.
Driver, see? A little fucking education right there. The driver, a mountain gnome, does not notice you, and Redfern is nowhere in sight. With one nimble hop, you are within the mysterious walls.
Oh.
Gate slams close behind you. Dun dun dun. Jizz on the car driver. I forgot that the chat will have other options that are not listed in this book. A great manor house rises before you. In all of your travels, you have never seen such a large and confusing building. Wings shoot off from every side. There are turrets and balconies, gables and porches. I don't know what a gable is. Oh well. At the back, there appears to be a formal garden, and the forest grounds stretch as far as you can see, ringed by the towering wall. There is no one about. Should you head for the grounds at the back of the house and search for your friend in the forest? Or should you announce yourself at the manor house and try to find the mysterious Master of Mazes? Perhaps he has already made a friend of Redfern, or a prisoner. First choice, Owen. Do you want to head for the grounds or enter the manor house?
Are we still in daytime here?
Let me check.
You should know these facts.
It is daytime.
Okay. Now, what kind of gate am I locked behind that is so impenetrable that I can't just climb over?
It is made from Keckle. I don't know if you're familiar with Keckle.
I am not.
But it is impervious. You're stuck. You're just stuck. Oh, and the Tristler, adventurous.
Ever adventurous. Okay.
Lots of votes going on there for the ground.
I think.
Oh wait, here's a. Forgot.
It's a lot of peer pressure, but I'm gonna fuck what the chat say. I think I'll go and say hello to the owners of the house.
Okay. Turn to page 16. I guess I don't need to read that part, huh? Okay, the manor house. You decide to search the manor house first. A brass knocker hangs on a freshly painted white door. You lift the knocker to rap several times. Yes. I don't know why I thought you were going to break into some Beastie Boys there several times. Oh, the door swings open after you fight for your right in answer to your echoing knock. There is not a soul in sight as you enter a sun-filled hall. You got your lighting there?
Yes.
Against the bright light. The manor door clicks shut behind you. Wow, this guy's got a lot of automatic doors. The manor door clicks shut behind you, and you turn to see a message pinned to the inside of the door. Those with manners knock doors. Those with manors lock doors. Oh, let's see. The first manners is spelled like Miss Manners. The second one is spelled like the manor you're in.
Whoa.
Yeah, now check it out. I'm not making that shit up.
Well, thanks
Word.
for proving your legitimacy.
Sunlight streams through oval windows set high above the ground floor. Everything is white, and the wall seems to be made of paper. As you watch, the walls begin to change position, sliding across the floor like screens. Beyond them, you can see more shifting walls. They open and close and make a maze of momentary rooms and passages. For an instant, you can see all the way to the back of the house and out to the garden. You glimpse a yellow shape. Redfern, you shout.
Redfern!
But the passageway has disappeared, and a new arrangement of halls and rooms has appeared in its place. Poking a finger through the nearest partition, you find that it is indeed made of paper. Now, your choices. Would you like to follow the mazes? Oops. Follow the maze as the screens slide open and closed? Or just start bursting through the paper walls like some kind of madman?
Oh.
Constantly shifting paper walls.
I think I'm gonna take the warning of the, I don't know what you were reading, but there's people with manners. So I think I'm gonna play it nice. I'm not gonna destroy his house as of yet, but I want that option open.
People in paper houses shouldn't throw pencils.
Shouldn't lick their walls.
Yeah. All right, so you are opting to follow the maze as the screens slide open and close. Are you sure? Okay. The master of mazes, whoever he may be, must enjoy confusing his visitors. Deciding to follow your host's lead for the time being, you enter the maze of sliding white walls. Zigzagging through the spaces created as the paper panels shift right or left, you soon reach a set of double doors. They're made of wood and are quite solid. Beyond the doors, you find yourself in a small chamber that is filled with musical instruments. There's a harpsichord with the scene of a masquerade painted on its open lid. A silver flute rests on a music stand, and a cello leans against one wall. But most remarkable is a life-size clockwork ballerina frozen in mid-step, a large silver key in her back. On the floor, an intricate pattern of contrasting woods form a pathway of arrows that point through an archway and into a hall on your right. You are about to follow the arrow designs when you hear a few tinkling notes of music. And is it your imagination, or did the ballerina blink? You look again, and she cocks her head to one side like a curious bird. Check it out. This is... Oh, there we go. Yeah, check out that ballerina.
She's one hot tamale.
Yes. Curious yourself? I bet you are. You turn the key in her back. Wow, this is full of innuendo. To wind her up. Well, even more. A music box waltz begins to play. Wish I had waltz music. Then, taking several jerky steps. Oh, really? Jerky steps? Real nice.
I'm not complaining.
Steps aren't the only things that are jerky in the Master of Mazes ballerina room. She executes a wobbly pirouette on one pointed toe. With much whirring and clicking of her clockwork gears, she dances across the floor, then stops, pointing to a door on your left. If you follow the mechanical ballerina, let me know. If you follow the pattern in the floor, also let me know.
Okay, so I'm gonna dive.
Do you want to see the ballerina again? See if she's trustworthy?
Sure. Now, I want to quickly divert, because when you said a flute, it rekindled my desire to play like a seal penis flute. I've always wanted to just play I don't know why.
A seal penis?
A seal. You know, a seal penis.
Yeah. No, I didn't know they made flutes.
Well, if it's in the same shape as a flute, just put some holes in it and start blowing.
So technically any penis can become a flute.
Yeah, that's why it's called a skin flute.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we're done.
Thank you. We'll be here all week. I sense that that when you see ballerinas, you for some god awful reason think of seal genitalia.
Well, we've all been there.
SeaWorld. What?
You know what? I think I'm gonna follow the ballerina.
You fucking pervert. Okay. Ballerina.
Yeah, take what you can get.
You decide to follow the cock. Yeah, that was an work dancer. I swear to God, that was a simple slip up. She whirs through the door as you open it and leads you to a mirrored ballroom. Sparkling chandeliers hang from a ceiling painted with stars.
Oh.
The ballerina circles around you and seems to invite you to join her. But you are in no mood to dance with a toy.
Not today, wench.
I'm tired of this silly game, you say aloud to the empty ballroom.
I'm tired of this silly game.
Where is Redfern?
Where is Redfern?
The ballerina spins slowly, her gears winding down. At the end of the ballroom, she rests, quite still, at the foot of a grand marble staircase. In a draped alcove to your left, a small table is set with tea and cakes. A breeze stirs the drapery, and something white rustles on the tea tray. A message! Picking up the piece of paper, you read. Oh boy, you're going to have to see. I'll tell you what they are, if you can't make them out.
That's a kettle cake. See the... Is that stars?
Yes, and there's a minus between the cake and the C. It's teapot plus cake minus C, the stars.
The cake is a lie. That's what.
Oh, dear.
So it's tea cake plus...
Teapot plus cake minus C, the stars. And I don't know what that's supposed to be in the middle of the stars.
So is this a riddle that I have to decipher?
As close as you can. I mean, I can give you the two options again.
Oh, there's options?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you could possibly get that one.
See, I think it's tea cake. I give up.
Okay. If you think the message has to do with the staircase, let me know. If you think the clue has to do with seeing stars, that's your other option.
Well, that didn't get me anywhere. I got to cake.
Teapot plus cake minus C, the stars, with some ambiguous drawing in the stair. Stars.
Stars or stairs? So...
Sounds like kind of a religious conundrum. Stars or stairs?
You know, everybody's going with stairs, and I've ignored them so far, so I'm going to go with stars.
You're going to go... I'm curious, does anybody in the chat happen to know or have a... Hey, who's got their copy of the book? Ban! No. Anybody think they can figure out teacup plus cake minus C, the stars? Give them 20 seconds. Will not spoil. Okay, good. All right, so you're going with the stars.
Yes.
Need some star music here. Oh, no, wait. Need something different. Maybe the clue has to do with seeing stars. Maybe it doesn't. But your attention is drawn to the fluttering drapery at the window. Could it be night already? Are the stars out? You draw aside the curtain. It is still broad daylight. You are looking down on a formal garden, planted at the foot of several flagstone terraces. In the garden is a hedge maze, and from your vantage point, 2 stories above, you can see the pattern of its paths. Something is wandering in the maze. It's Redfern, but there's another figure in the maze as well. He has the body of a man and the head of a bull. That seemed like a more important time for the gasp there. The monster is carrying a deadly mace and is separated from Redfern by only a single hedge. Oh, look, image. Yeah, there's Redfern running. Run, Redford, you shout.
Run, bitch! Run!
Hey, it's a dead end. That's what it says. I didn't make that up. Redfern cannot hear you. You watch, helpless, as your friend is stalked by the monster. Could he be the master of mazes? You must get to the garden to save your friend. You try the windows, but they are sealed, and it is a sheer drop to the flagstone terraces below. Do you want to bang on the glass to try and distract the Minotaur? Or do you want to search for a way to the garden?
Oh man, this is taking a sinister turn already.
Remember, Minotaurs like Owen flesh.
Well, I've tasted it myself. I'm not that tasty, so...
We'll have to get independent verification of your taste some other time.
When can I pencil you in?
Where are you putting the pencil in? No, wait. We're running out of...
I'm gonna bang on the glass! Redford, please!
You're gonna bang in the glass?
Please, yeah.
Banger. Alright. The Minotaur could capture Redford at any moment. By the time you find a way to the garden, you could be too late. You decide you'd better try to distract the monster from where you are. Maybe you can draw him away from the maze. Banging on the window panes, you press your nose and mouth against the glass and make horrible faces. Good tactic, Owen the Tristler. Both Redfern and the Minotaur stop in their tracks.
With anything?
Well, I wouldn't make faces in the glass. You pound harder and harder. They see you. Angrily shaking his mace, the Minotaur roars up at your window. He reverses his steps and begins to stride through the alleyways of the hedge maze. Now, he is after you. Redfern is lost in the maze and looks confused, but the Minotaur clearly knows his way out. You study his route from your window 2 stories up, trying to memorize the patterns of twists and turns. The Minotaur emerges from the maze and heads for the left side of the flagstone terrace. You flee to your right, running out of the ballroom, directly into a slippery corridor that slants downward like a slide. Whoa! You end up on the ground floor again. You want to try that?
Want to try what?
Here's your motivation. You just went into a slippery corridor that slants downward like a slide. There are doors everywhere. Opening one, you catch yourself teetering at the edge of an empty shaft. Another door leads to a snake pit. Finally, you find a room that looks safe to hide in, because you're a coward. It is a musty storeroom, a combination...
Why did you put so much emphasis on the coward?
That wasn't even in the book.
Fine.
The musty storeroom has a combination costume shop and armory. Why not? Horned helmets and iron weapons are encased along the walls, and wardrobes and trunks overflow with garments of every description. There are heavy footsteps in the corridor and the jangling of an iron mace. The Minotaur is coming your way. Do you want to arm yourself and stand battle, or hide behind a wardrobe?
I don't know how well...
Use the rocket launcher. Remember, your penis attack rolls only function at a +1.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, God.
Is the music helping your decision making?
Absolutely not.
Hey, wait. Perhaps I can help.
Can I arm myself with the wardrobe?
Sorry, it's choose your own adventure, not use flights of fancy to come up with new options.
Damn.
This is a gateway book, Owen. This leads you right into role-playing, and from there, Satanism.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Yeah, magic missile. Magic.
Shield, lightning bolt. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for the wardrobe. I'm going to hide. Because I'm a coward, as you put it.
Okay. You duck behind a wardrobe and wait to see what the monster will do. The Minotaur strides into the room, munching.
Achoo!
Enough of this game, he says to himself. Let's play another. He walks to a cabinet and hangs up his mace. Then, to your wonder, he pulls the bull's head from his shoulder and packs it away in a trunk. The master of mazes is a princely man, but not a man, not a minotaur. Time for some mirror tricks, he says, giggling. This will confuse them. Turning to an ornate mirror, he utters a spell. Magic mirror from the east, disguise me as a tristling beast. Before your eyes, the master of mazes is transformed into Redfern. Now, for the hedge maze, he says, heading for the door. Oh, what has happened? If you follow him to the hedge mazes, turn to page 62. If you want to use the mirror yourself, turn to page 101.
So, what did that mirror actually do?
Turning to an ornate mirror, he uttered a spell. Magic mirror from the east, disguise me as a tristling beast. And then he turned into Redfern.
Oh, so...
Come on, Harry. You're a wizard. Figure it out.
I think he's trying to trick me.
Into...
unwanted sexual things.
He could have had his way with you in his wardrobe.
It's a shame that didn't happen.
Well, there are certain pages. No, there are no pages. If you'd like to be anally violated, turn to page 22.
I don't understand why he would turn into my trusty Redford. I don't understand. And then just leave without saying anything. That is highly suspicious to me, which is why...
He heard you sneeze, dude.
What?
He heard you sneeze.
Oh, yeah, man. I got allergies. What can I say?
You're allergic to wardrobe. It's your kryptonite. Shouldn't have hid there.
I'm going to do the mirror.
Okay. Ooh, it's way at the end of the book. What does this mean? This master of mazes thinks he's tricky, you think. But I can really confuse this game. Boy, Owen, you really turned into a cocky bastard after being a coward.
Well, when am I ever a cocky bastard?
Standing before the mirror, you repeat the spell. I don't suppose you remember the spell.
No.
Uh-oh. Hurrying out of the armory. Oh, wait, your reflection wavers and turns into Redferns. Hurrying out of the armory, you catch sight of the Master of Mazes, or Redfern, as he disappears into the hedge maze. You enter the maze, trying to remember the patterns you saw from the ballroom window.
God, get your facts right. God, you're ruining the immersiveness of it all.
There should be a right, then another right, and a left. You reach the center of the maze. Two identical Redferns are staring at each other, and both turn in amazement to stare at you. You stare back. Which one is which? Scampering between them, you wait expectantly. 3 Redferns? Now what? There's a long silence. We shall have to have a... Oh. We shall have to have a tristling test, declares the Redfern on the right. Only one of us can be the real Redfern. The Redfern on your left nods in agreement. Yes, you say.
Yes!
Only one of us is genuine, and it isn't me. The real Redfern can't talk. You grab hold of the Redfern on your left, but your precaution is not necessary, for the enchantment is broken. You are Owen again, and your host is himself. Well played, says the Master of Mazes, laughing. You win, and now you are free to return home. The end. A is your score. A.
Is that it, eh?
A. Sorry.
I won? I won?
You achieved one of your purposes. You were to both be freed.
I won.
Heck, you have 2 lives. I mean, if you want to get A++ is extraordinary work. Okay, that means something better than just.
Well, fuck you. I won.
Well, yeah, you got out, but you didn't get an A++.
Well, let's go right back on in.
All right, so you're using one of your lives then. You are unhappy with this ending.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to go back.
But let it be known that I won.
Yes. Well, yes, you made it through the book without dying.
But you were bigging it up. You're like, oh, there's so many ways you could die, horrible ways. And then I just breezed through it.
Yes, yes. But you wanted to get the A++. All right, fine. If you want to accept that you won, game over.
No, no.
And whatever they decide you have to do, you have to do.
No, I'll go back in.
All right. Well, would you like to just simply go back and try the other option?
Yes, I will go into the maze instead of the house.
Maze music going on here. Hurrying after the Master of Mazes, or Redford, you follow him into the hedge maze, but he moves so quickly through the complicated maze that you lose him and are soon lost yourself. You try to remember the pattern of the maze you saw from the ballroom window, but the alleyways of greenery all look the same. The alley ring comes to a T. You look to your right, and here comes Redford, chased by another Redford. The first Redford catches sight of you and clasps you in a friendly hug. The second Redford grabs the first. Which one is the real one? Hang on, illustration. Yeah, saying Redford, but it's Redfern. But Redford's easier, like Robert Redford.
See that? I don't know. Can I like punch one and see which one talks?
There are 2 of them and 1 of you, and you didn't take anything from the armory. You have your dippy hat.
Well, that's something.
You can try whacking one of them with your dippy hat. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
They both stare at you quizzically. One of them has an erection.
May I?
Left or right, Owen? Left or right? Looking for that A++.
Looking for that A++, and I believe. Oh, I believe. Oh, Lordy.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Tell me what you feel.
Come on. Come on. Come on, everybody.
I believe you're going to get it.
Oh, Lord. The Lord is telling me.
Come.
The Lord is telling me.
Sing it, my brother.
He's telling me. Left.
Left. Okay. The first Redfern is hugging you like a long-lost friend. And the second... Oh, wait. No. I hit the wrong one. Sorry. You pause to think. There is only one thing in this world that Redfern loves more than you. Trissels. And the Master of Mazes was eating one as he entered the armory. Taking a chance, you disengage yourself from the first Redfern's hug and embrace the second. Redford, you cry. The real Redford hugs you back.
Redford.
I want to hear you hug. Is that possible?
Redford.
Oh, Redford.
Where have you been? I've been so worried.
Redfern, you cry. Well played, Lindy Trissler, says the Master of Mazes. You win! The owner of the manor has regained his true form. He pulls several trissels from his pocket. These were truly my downfall, he says ruefully. Ours too, you admit, laughing.
Ours too.
Redfern nods happily. He has had a successful tristling day. The end. A plus.
The fuck you? What do you mean A plus? We
Sorry.
got out. We got the crystals. That's A plus plus.
No, sorry. You have one more option. That's an A plus, not A plus plus. No,
So I've gone from
obviously you
A
can't go-
to A plus.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you can't go back. I'm going to take you back to the room with the wardrobe. You only have one life
Okay.
left to live. Where was that? Oh, quick. Somebody tell me what page I was on to get there.
58.
Don't just pick up numbers.
It's the best I can do.
All right, here we go.
I'm really proud of my decision-making abilities. Twice
Yes.
I've won,
I'm impressed.
and twice I've bettered myself. But that was the second time. That was the spirit of the Lord coming through.
All right, true. Now, do you want to stay with the Lord and stay with your A plus, or risk possibly having your final score be really bad?
So I've already won an A. I got rid of that for an A plus. I could get rid of that for an A plus plus. Or I've got I've got more chances of not getting an A plus plus than I have getting one. So,
Yes, you know the numbers.
I do. I've been number crunching. And for that reason, I think I'm going to get back in. I'm going to go for the A++.
All
Fuck the
right.
statistics. Exactly. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, you could be anally penetrated by a minotaur. Okay. So you're going to arm yourself and stand battle? 'Cause
Yes,
that's the only...
I will wave my mace.
Okay. Let's go. 102. You decide to confront the monster. Oh, that's not monster confronting music. You decide to confront the monster.
Roar.
Self, with a shining sword, you await the Minotaur's attack. The door to the armory slams open, and you are face to face with the enemy. With a mighty roar, the Minotaur hurls, God bless you, he says to you, as he hurls his mace at your head. You sidestep, sword drawn, and the mace crashes into a wall. As you circle each other slowly, you size up your chances. You remember watching a troupe of acrobats who would grab a bull by the horns and vault over its back, landing safely behind. Are you that agile? The Minotaur is larger than you, but his step is heavy and his movements are clumsy, and he is no longer armed. Suddenly, lowering his head, the Minotaur charges. If you want to run sword, turn to page 81. If you want to grab his horns and flip over his back, turn to page 104. This is it.
Yeah.
One of the... Wait, let me look. Maybe I can make this more dramatic for you.
I'm guessing that if he's got his head down and he's charging at me with his horns, my sword isn't going to do anything against his skull.
Wait, let me turn the music down here. Let me just stop it. Oh, and I have checked. One of these is an A++.
Oh, God.
So,
Oh, God, I'm more nervous now. You know what? Yeah, like I said, though, I think because if he's got his horns down, you know, they're locked on me.
he doesn't have a targeting system, okay? I'm just letting you know. They're not locked onto you. Beep, 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 beep. Target acquired.
So if they're not... can I just sidestep out the way and let him, like, bash into the paper walls?
Or just do that thing where you move slightly and stick your foot out so he trips and crack through the window.
Yeah, why not? And when he's out the window, I just stick my face to the window again and just do some more silly faces.
A trawl in your exhale. This is it. This is all the marbles.
Well, I need details, man. Is he bent over, running towards me?
Sorry. I'm going to take that clip later on when this is all done. Is he bent? I'm just going to loop that over and over. I'm sorry.
I like penis in my mouth.
Yeah.
There's some more for you. Go to town.
Make the Owen soundboard. All right.
But does the book say he's like bent over and coming for me?
Suddenly, I'm bent. I'm coming for you. Despite being bent, he's not really interested in you, Owen the Tristler. Sorry. No. His head is lowered. No, that still sounds... No.
But no, if his head's lowered, that's good, because then I can...
He's charging. He's charging.
Exactly. And he's not as tall as he would be, obviously, so then we should be at even grounds, so then I can just blink over.
Him in the balls of steel.
I think I'm just going to grab the bull by the horns.
Grab the bull by the horns?
Yes.
Dropping your sword, you charge.
Ah!
Minotaur springing into the air as you grab his sharp horns. He raises his head in anger and surprise, and you are whipped through the air, up and over his back. Something gives, but you hold on tightly. The Minotaur's head pulls off in your hands. You're strong. You're a strong Tristler. You land on the floor behind him, rolling with the heavy head towards the door.
How could his head be heavy and it just snaps like a twig?
My power, wails a voice. I'll be lost in my own mazes. So, this is the master of mazes, you think. A weak-faced fox, no longer frightening, has collapsed in a heap on the floor. Clutching his bald head, he laments his loss. My horns, my lovely horns, my head. In your arms, you hold the source of his power. You fit the Minotaur's head onto your own shoulders.
Oh,
expecting such a power. What's that?
What kind of fucked up person am I? I just ripped off somebody's head. Oh, just gonna stick it on again. Oh, yes.
Book for 12-year-olds? Let's put on the head of Satan. Yay! Expecting a surge of power, you are surprised to feel no stronger. But the manor house no longer holds any mysteries. You walk directly to the hedge maze to rescue your friend Redford. The end. A++.
Fuck you and fuck the doubters.
Owen the Tristler has conquered the Master of Mazes. Not only has he conquered the Master of Mazes, he has destroyed him and assumed his identity.
I'm so happy.
Owen,
yeah.
Congratulations. You are now the Master of Mazes. You've won a year's supply of tristles.
Just want to thank my mom, my dad, the YouTube community.
Dad. Sorry.
Oh.
That's why tristling's a hard life, because you're an orphan. Did I mention that? No. You have a very horrible life. But A++.
Hey!
I am impressed.
I have gone from A+ to A++. You were doubting me, so fuck you.
You have cemented yourself. You have cemented yourself as a true gamer on all realms. So, I'm just trying to deflect the fact that I as a reward for your A++, I can't give it to you now, but I will. All right, I'll take suggestions. How? Yeah, no homo. Blowjob